Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Penny once again, and I am interviewing or having a conversation with my friend who is from Baguio City. Now, this time we go up north of the Philippines. My friend who has invited me to go to Baguio a couple of times, Miss Andie. So, Miss Andie, can you introduce yourself and what you do?
All right. Good morning. Well, I'm not sure which part of the world will be listening here, but I'm calling from Baguio City. My name is Andrea Estrada, and what I do is that we have an academy and a co-working space. And right now, of course, as like everybody else, I'm at home and trying to do as much as I can, being at home.
Anong academy? What academy do you have?
It's a technical academy, ma'am, and we're specializing on IT. And but personally, because I used to have an English online business for 15 years, so I'm focused on teachers training, and that's how I met you,
Mhm.
because I invited you to one of my conferences, and it's about English teachers, or we call the iNET Con. Supposedly, we're going to have a third iNet Con this year in August, but we're not sure what's going to happen. But first of all, before I even continue, I'd like to thank you, Ma'am Penny, for including me in your friends whom you'll be interviewing, and including in this endeavor. I thought it's a very good idea. In fact, one was as soon as I got your invitation, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I mean, I'm gonna use this for my own activity, which I hope I'd be able to mention later.
Of course, in this time of downtime, supposed to be downtime, it's time to be creative. It's time to be thinking, what can I do to help? Kasi maraming nadidepress eh. They're can't go out of the house. But they're not alone. All of us around the world. So
Yeah.
this idea came about so that people will know they're not alone. So the
Mm.
question for you is, by the way, before we started this conversation, sabi ko nga sa'yo, pasensya na kayo for the listeners as well. You might hear the rooster, the sound of the rooster, the sound of the trucks passing by because we are on lockdown. I'm not using a headset or anything. It's not noise canceling. You'll hear all the sounds around the house. So if
Yeah.
your dogs
Before
bark
my cat.
and your cat purring and going through the keyboard, okay.
Right.
So, Miss Andy, how has your business been affected by this?
Oh, it's a very good question, because just this morning, my husband and I, we were talking about how this, I mean, we're talking about the disease itself, and it's scary. It's an invisible enemy. And we have frontliners, doctors, restaurant deliveries and all that. And we're just thankful, but then at the same time, uh, frankly, I am from a major sector of the society, the SME sector, or MSME, and I think we have not yet seen. It's something that's already happening, but no one has really spoken about it. How this would impact um, the country or the world, because the SMEs are really gonna suffer so much. And I mean, I don't really. I said, oh no, I don't want to be negative or even grim about this. And I said that what we can only do for now is to be positive and share um, strategies and techniques how we can cope with this. But if, like, you ask me, because you're one of my uh, idols. And if you ask me now, and to give you honest answer, it's scary, because we don't know how it's gonna play out. The uncertainty, that's the biggest factor here. If we're given like April 15, okay, everything goes back to normal, then okay, we can just endure and we can just hang on. But I doubt it's gonna be up until April 15, and then we're gonna be able to celebrate a late Easter Sunday
Oh,
festival. So,
oh, oh,
um, but only because you caught me on a day that we were talking about it, my husband and I said, okay, what are we gonna do to reduce the cost, or how we're gonna have, because our business model is tenancy. It's our business, and we know that each of our tenants is undergoing the same situation, but it's like you're torn, like, okay, you know what, I need to survive too, but if they cannot keep paying, I mean, what are we gonna do? We cannot at this time. Everybody's just tolerating everything. Yeah, but I'd like it to be positive, so I don't want to go into the details of that. And I think the only thing is that now we're able to evaluate ourselves, our characters, our the things that we have learned from each other, from our work, and from our experiences, how to become strong and resilient in the face of all of these. So yeah,
oh.
later
Alam mo,
maybe I'll ask for your advice.
I can feel for you because I have tenants as well. So, paano yan pag nawalan silang trabaho, wala silang pambayad. So they will leave, they will go. And your academy, you have an academy. So
Once able to come.
yeah, they can't come. If you do online, yeah, can they you do it for free, or can they pay because they don't have jobs? You know, things that, I mean, so much uncertainty. But
Yeah.
this is the time to reinvent yourself. So
Mm.
now that you're downtime, what are you doing with your time?
Okay. Actually, it's funny. I told my family, there's really nothing different about it, because you personally, ma'am, I've retired from active corporate functions 3 years ago. So most of the time, I'm actually traveling and working from home. The only thing is that everybody's home, so I feel a little bit. In fact, my daughter who's home from school, in law school, and then A's. I said, can we take or stay in our room so that we don't have to see each other all the time? At least, like, we're working from home, but we're not really together,
Yeah.
and social distancing. But anyway, seriously, the other day, Ace was joking about me being very nice to somebody on the phone, like somebody I was ordering mask, and wow, you actually made kwento. Sabi niya, nakapagkwentuhan ka na sa kausap mo, somebody you don't know. Or, nowadays, the chance to speak to somebody outside your family, I'm so excited to speak to somebody, I said. So when I saw your interview invitation, I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I want to speak to someone else. And how am I coping? How am I reinventing? The reinventing, it's really not something I needed to do, because I've always been doing remote work. But it makes you think, mama. It makes you think, okay, in case this is the most extreme situation we've ever had, I think, all over the world.
Yes.
And now you start thinking, what is crash proof? What is it that you need to have in order, in case something happened. Ace was telling me kanina, uh, we cannot buy masks because they're rationing it, but there's this somebody who's offering me this enough for, let's say, 3 months. But I don't want to let go of cash. I mean, nowadays people don't want to buy, just hang on to your money. And then he said, in the future, when everybody's sick, your money won't mean anything. Cannot buy anything.
Yeah.
So this kind of fear. And I said, how do we get into agriculture, like plant our own food, so that in case something happens. And it makes, I think, everybody's evaluating himself, and have this plan. Okay, after this lockdown, or quarantine, what must I do? What are my priorities? I want to mention, ma'am, that I'm establishing or organizing this work from home initiative.
Mhm.
So what we have discovered is all these years we've met people like you, like Sir Jonathan, everybody's like Sir Jay. They've been helping people. They you have your businesses, and at the same time, I know that you will pagbibigyan niyo ako because I have this work from home initiative, and I'm not talking about people who are already doing work at home, but those who really didn't have any idea what the options are out there, and if we could teach them some actionable skills, like something they could turn immediately into parang personal enterprise at home, then maybe I can invite you to join me in that initiative.
I would love that. I have so many friends, so many coaches who lost their job already, even prior to this, na ang gusto nila is work from home and they don't know where to start. And I can introduce them to you. And this is the purpose of this conversation, to help each other. So you're helping me by helping my coaches. I'm helping you by helping others as well. So
Yeah.
there is there is a reason why things happen. I just hope that there will be work from home after all this. Kasi yung isa-service mo, will they still be there?
Right, the clients, right? I know what you mean. Actually, so I thought about this 2 to 3 weeks ago, and then as days unfold, you start wondering, okay, so they have skills, they have technology. Will there be employers? Will there be clients? Because everyone is also. Uh, you are an admin in one of the groups I recently joined. I was just very happy to read all those posts from the HR group,
Oh yeah, I
and
posted something this
yeah,
morning.
I saw there's a particular event later for the from Dole, and I was very surprised at how much I can learn just by reading all these comments and situations from HR,
Mhm.
from the perspective of the employees and in perspective of the employers. And it's amazing that HR is in the middle of all of these. That's how I realized how important HR is, because you're trying to balance the emotions and the anger and everything between those who've been displaced and also the employers who are struggling right now how to survive and even be there even after all these things happen.
So we really don't know what will happen after this. So we have no choice but to stay home and learn. Like what you said, you are now looking at the different, maybe Facebook groups, and learning from what people are saying. And there's a webinar that I'm sure you will participate in, maybe later,
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, and some people who will listen to this, tapos na yung webinar by that time, no? Um, and 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 in you're in Baguio and far from Metro Manila, and there's so many cases already in Metro Manila. So how is it? What's going on in Baguio right now?
In Baguio, we're very blessed to have a mayor who's a doer. He's out there. He's even carrying sacks of rice himself. He's very strict. Our lockdown, I mean, it's a CQ, but we feel like we're locked down. We even have schedules. We're assigned a certain district number for all barangays, and we're only allowed 3 hours to 4 hours on certain days to be able to go out, and then we need to have permits every single time. It's not just, I understand that in other areas they have the quarantine pass.
No, like this.
You have, okay, well in our case I don't know, I mean I haven't seen something like that, but we have to go to barangay. For example, if I want to go to the bank today, and our banks are open like I think twice a week only. I mean that particular branch where we bank, and so I have to ask permission from the barangay. They give me this daily permit. It's really strict. It's I think it's stricter than other areas, but at the same time you really don't see anybody. It's ghost town. I think we're trying to really follow. uh,
And the people
so
follow.
well, people follow, really. I feel there's a certain sense of fear because our mayor is very strict, and then the enforcers are also, I mean, even before this happened, he has been in the news, how straightforward he is, in about what he wants to happen.
Mhm.
And the police and the people of Cordillera, we're very proud to, I think we only have a few cases in right now, and I think they're testing the Huawei AI COVID testing machines. So I don't know how he got it, but if that works, then yeah, we will be having a random testing, I guess. So
I hope we get spared, no? Oh,
yes,
yes,
yeah.
yeah. And the
I
best,
hope it goes away now.
yeah, the best thing that we can do is just follow, stay indoors, stay at
Mm,
home, and it will save lives.
yes, that's true.
Okay.
Um,
Anything else that you'd like to say?
no, I was just thinking how much now we're all on Facebook because I think on TV there's really the usual stuff anyway. I mean, more than any other time, I've actually logged out from Facebook because it's just adding too much turmoil in my head. And those books behind me, I think for lockdown I can read all of them.
Finally,
And then yeah, the work from home initiative is something we were all excited. Frankly, even at this point, we already have 300 signups. We just opened it like maybe a few days ago. We're not even sure. And then it's so amazing that people, you ask help, and now, as you mentioned earlier, ma'am, like now, share your skills. It's almost immoral to offer anything for sale. Like now, um it's bringing the best out of people, really, this situation. It's amazing. Make people are kinder, but at the same time angrier, so I'm not sure which one is more dominant nowadays. More people are I guess it's a process, di ba? Parang we're all tense and then thankful at the same time.
you
uh,
know,
but we can see everyone's getting kinder and kinder each day.
I know one of our USECs of the Department of Labor, Director USEC pala siya, USEC Nikki Dutay,
Mm.
and I was just listening to her on the ZMM, Teleradio, and she was being interviewed by Ted Filon. And right after the interview, I sent her a text message saying, I just watched you, I just heard you in the ZMM. Thank you for the hard work. I'm just saying, kudos to the job that you do, um, and please stay safe. Just simple words like that to people who are out there, frontliners, saying thank you to the the call center agent, the PAL call center agent. And I remember having said thank you to her, and she says welcome, the PAL one. And I said thank you again, and she said welcome. And I told her, please don't get tired of me saying thank you, because I will not stop saying thank you, because I was trying to call them so many times. So it's making people, as you said, a lot kinder.
Mm.
And even the delivery people who deliver food for you, we become more kind. And
Yeah,
yeah,
we're talking to a KFC person 2 days ago, and then we're just like the moment na may tumanggap po ng call mo, like you're just amazed ka na. Unlike before, ano ba yan, ang tagal, ganon. But now, may somebody got your call, and then still kahit mag-antay ka ng 1 2 hours for the delivery, it's okay. It has taught us so many things that we're capable of doing or being, like being kinder, being patient, also being angry kasi all those news. Kaya log out of Facebook and then just do
news
something
too
productive
often.
at home. That's my advice.
So you watch the news too often. One of the people that I interviewed from Denmark, or is it from Hong Kong, say you watch the news only once a day.
Mm.
because if you watch the news before, I'm from Denmark, my accountability partner. If you watch the news first thing in the morning and the last thing you do before going to sleep, it's all negative things. So
Yeah.
watch it only once a day, and the books they're back.
Oh, it's not even the whole collection we have. We're like book sale visitors every weekend, so it's our thing as a couple. It's our hobby to buy books and then read them. Sabi namin ni Ace, kapag natapos na to, if we survive all of these, we'll really start planting our food and then bring the books to the farm. I think that's what we can do. Those people who, I mean, I read Sir Jonathan Rosariaga's post about people have been deaf in listening to the disruption, the digital disruption. Eto na. But I feel that even if we are digitally inclined or connected, there's just always this question. Tama po yung sinabi nyo. Meron pa ba tayong client na nag-aantay? So that's one question. At the same time, if well, we have to do something anyway. We really have to go that direction.
There will be clients, but the
Mm.
clients needs will be different,
Yeah.
and we have to be there for whatever they will need. Remember, the thing that you are doing is not service to yourself, but service to others.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, hindi na natuloy yung mental health natin, but I think more
Eh,
than any more
may-
than any time we need this thing. Sometimes it can drive you crazy being bored and scared. But it's a good thing. I think there are some online mental parang advice depression coach or something. It's great. The problem lang, alam niyo naman, napag-usapan natin lagi sa ICT Council na hindi lahat merong internet. So that's one problem. Another thing is uh, yeah,
yes,
the skills to learn hindi naman lahat matututo agad. So that's a challenge. Pero right now I think we're all able to identify uh, our strengths and weaknesses, and then when this is all over, we will be better people. Yun
yes,
lang. Eh.
and share what you know
Yes.
at this time for free.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
time for free, people need help
Mm-mm.
and being of service.
Yes.
Okay, so
Right.
thank you very much for having this conversation with me. And
Thank you.
as I mentioned, I will be able to post this and people will hear how it is in Baguio.
Mhm.
And I appreciate you for allowing me to have this conversation with you. You know, we don't talk that often.
No.
We hardly talk, in fact, only text messages or Facebook messages.
Yes. Only when I need you.
And you're there and I'm here. But now we're talking. So
Mm-mm.
this situation allows us to connect. Remember, we may be in one big country, but we were really in one small world. And at this time, it's best to stay connected.
Right. Yes.
Okay, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much,
Thank you for
and
this privilege, and I'm
thank
oh
you.
well. Everyone is probably gonna have the same feelings, and it's we're all in this together. So let's help each other.
And if you want to do something like this, go ahead and do it because people need to feel your presence. You're a mentor as well. So go and spread the word, spread what you know, and help others.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Okay?
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
And thank
you.
you everyone for
Thank
listening and watching this conversation, which we allowed everyone to participate, listen to, and participate in. Thank you.
you.